Welcome everybody, I'm the YouTuber here, and we are getting set and getting ready for Major League Baseball 2000, or MLB The Show 20. And this one is between Oklahoma City Dodgers and the Wichita Wind Surge. We had the All-Star game yesterday and the Home Run Derby yesterday on my channel. If you have not checked out that video, be sure you go ahead and check that out. We have starting today for the Oklahoma City Dodgers. In this game between Wichita will be Brock Stewart. He is 5-0 with a with 53.1 innings pitched, 39 strikeouts, 2.53 ERA. For starting for the Wichita Wind Surge is Richard Garland. He is 1-1 with 30.2 innings pitched, 17 strikeouts, 5.58 ERA. Oklahoma City coming in this game is 32-6. Wichita 10-28. Oklahoma City is trying to at least win the series against Wichita. With a win here today, they would do so. A win tomorrow for them in the final meeting between these two teams would be the sweep for Oklahoma City if they were to win that one. Walker Crespo with the start tomorrow for Oklahoma City. He is 3-2, 38.2 innings pitched, 29 strikeouts, 6.75 ERA. Howie Baez 1-3, 27.2 innings pitched, 18 strikeouts, and 6.83 ERA. Oklahoma City then will go ahead and take on Nashville next and have 5 games set against Nashville. That will be interesting there. The starting lineup we'll have here in just a moment. Let's go over some statistics and standings for you. Oklahoma City is atop of the Pacific Coast League American South with a 10-0 record in the last 10 games. With a 32-6 record. Express not that far behind. They're 9 games back of the Oklahoma City Dodgers with a 7-3 in the last 10 games, 23-15 overall record. San Antonio Missions, they are 19 games back of them and are 13-25 with a 6-4 record in the last 10 games. Wichita Wind Surge, the final team in last place of the Pacific Coast League American South, with a 10-28 record, 22 games back, 2-8 in the last 10. Oklahoma City coming into this game, they are ranked 9th overall in the Pacific Coast League, in 26th in contact, 14th in power, 3rd in pitching, 17th in defense, and 27th in speed. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for Oklahoma City. So quickly, is a right-hander? Yes, a right-hander. So let's look at the starting lineup for Oklahoma City. First is a right-handed pitcher. Do we have DH? No, I think we do. Maybe, yeah. A DH. We'll go over the starting lineup in here in just a moment. Here, let me get into this. Play next game. Quick management mode, full management gameplay. Yes. Do we have a way to look into the lineup? Let's see here. Oklahoma City is the Los Angeles Dodgers affiliate. Wichita Wind Surge, they are the Miami Marlins affiliate. of the AAA. Let's see here. They are fourth in the Pacific Coast League American South. Oklahoma City is first. They have a team batting average of .445. The Wichita Wind Surge 0.241. Oklahoma City has a team ERA of 3.82. Wichita with a 4.88 team ERA. Again, like I said, the records, I'll say it one more time, 32-6 for Oklahoma City, 10-28 for Wichita. So there you have it. Let's see here. The Braxton looks sharp. So we're going to have a player replacement. So now pitching for him will be plus he's low on energy. So that's a factor there. So pitching in his place will be 1-0 with a 0.79 ERA, 67 overall rating of right-handed pitcher Joel Rivera's. For the lineup for Oklahoma City, we'll go over the lineup for Wichita at some point here soon. Let's go over some more stats in our pregame show for the Oklahoma City Dodgers and for Wichita Wind Surge. For the lineup for Oklahoma City for batting first and at second base, Greg Castillo batting second, and in shortstop, Manny Fernandez batting third, and at center field, Chris Taylor batting fourth, and at third base, Robert Chin batting fourth, and in the cleanup spot, Robert Chin at third base, and batting fifth, and at right field, Alex Verdugo batting sixth, in the left field, Dan Hershiser batting seventh, and at first base, Theodore Nam batting eighth, and catching Buddy McGee, and batting ninth and pitching Joel Rivera's. On the bench we have Les Prado, Felipe Chen, Kessler Colbert, John Rainey, Rafael Sanchez, Chris Kavanaugh, Kiki Hernandez, and also on the bench we have Douglas McCarthy, Timothy Cole, Brock Stewart, Rocco Crespo, Yumi Hernandez, Rob Blow, Zach Roscup, Cody Hernandez, Casey Sadler, and Douglas Hubble. Let's go over the starting. We'll take care of the starting lineup for Wichita Wind Surge in just a moment. But first, we have some stuff to go over. The Oklahoma City is a 73 overall rating and we'll go over Wichita's in just a moment. 150 at bats, 1 home runs, 20 RBIs. Oh wait, never mind. So let's go over some stuff. Craig Castillo has 150 at bats, 1 home run, 20 RBIs, and batting .467. For Manny Fernandez, he has got 137 at bats, 1 home run, 28 RBIs, and .482 batting average. Then Chris Taylor, he is 156 at bats, 1 home runs, 46 RBIs, and batting .500. For Robert Chin, um, 135 at bats, 25 homers, 72 RBIs, batting 444. Alex Verdugo, 447, 31 RBIs, 3 home runs, and 150 at bats. Dan Hershiser, batting 125, 8 home runs, 26 RBIs, and batting 424. Theo Nam, 130 at bats, 4 RBIs, 20 home runs, and batting 415. For the Buddy McGee, 53 at bats, 2 home runs, 13 RBIs, and batting 415. Joe Rivera's 4 home runs, 4 at bats, no home runs, no RBIs, batting 253. Les Prado, 50 at bats, 1 home run, 30 RBIs, and batting 280. Villa Chang, 24 at bats, no home runs, 8 RBIs, and then 625. Chester Cuthbert, batting 69 at bats, 1 home run, 15 RBIs, and then 391. John Rainey, 5 at bats, no home runs, no RBIs, 400. Rafael Sanchez, 16 at bats, no home runs, 1 RBI, 625 batting average. Chris Kavanaugh, 71 at bats, 4 home runs, 20 RBIs, batting 493. Fernandez, 83 at bats, 10 home runs, 32 RBIs, and a 458 batting average. For McCarthy, 19 at bats, no home runs, 1 RBI, and batting average 368. Tim McCall, 13 at bats, no home runs, 20 RBIs, 3.85 ERA. Brock Stewart, 27 at bats, 9 home runs, no RBIs, batting 333. Walker Crespo, 12 at bats, no home runs, 1 RBI, batting 333. Yumi Garcia, 2 at bats, no home runs, no RBIs, and no batting average. Rob Lowe, no at bats, no home runs, no RBIs, no batting average. Zach Rosscup, no home runs, no at bats, no RBIs, no batting average there. Same for Connor Henderson, Case Settler, and then we had Douglas McCarthy, 5 at bats, no home runs, no RBIs, and batting average of 200. Lineup for Wichita, batting first and shortstop Boris Wetmore, batting second at center field Anthony Liu, batting third and at second base Demon Riggins, batting fourth and at field Pierre O'Brien, batting fifth right fielder Chuck for Rodriguez, and we'll have the lineup more real lineup. I just had to go real fast. I wasn't quick enough.
Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Tonight it's Game 3 of this 4-game set between the Oklahoma City Dodgers and the Wichita Wind Surge. The Dodgers have played excellent baseball of late. They'll try to bring their win streak to a baker's dozen next. Rich Garland.
There's 7 starts, 1-1.
What do you have for us on him, Danny?
5.58 ERA, 32.2 innings, 37 hits, was 157 and much more. His pitch list consists of 4-seam fastball, slider, 2-seam fastball, 12-6 curve, and changeup.
be interesting to see if he can turn it around in this one.
Line toward the alley in left center, and that's into the gap and should be
Well, it should be a leadoff double to start the game.
The wall now, and he will cruise into second base as he starts things out tonight with a double.
If that's any indication, I think we're going to see some aggressive at-bats in this one. Take the first pitch of the game? No way. He squared it up and winds up on second.
While we have a chance here, let's take a look at the batting order for Wichita Wind Surge. Batting first and leading off, it'll be Boris Whitmore and shortstop. Batting second, and at center field, Anthony Liu. Batting third, and at second base, Delman Riggins. Batting fourth in the cleanup spot, Peter O'Brien, and playing left field, right field, and batting fifth, Chuck Rodriguez. Batting sixth, and at catcher, Todd McManus. Batting fourth, and at first base, Cliff Miner. Batting eighth, and at third base, Jonathan Roper. And batting ninth in the pitcher spot, Rich Garland. There you see the batting average for all of the players there. We discussed the batting average for the Oklahoma City. Let's go over the batting average for Wichita. Boris Whitmore batting 224. Anthony Liu batting 217. Delman Riggins batting 292. Pierre O'Brien batting 222. Chuck Rodriguez batting 228. Todd McManus batting 283. Cliff Miner batting 235. Jonathan Roper batting 359, and Rich Garland batting 250. Again, there's the bench players for substitutions as far as the defense is concerned. We have second baseman Les Pradas, shortstop John Ray, third baseman Chester Cuthbert, catcher Felipe Chin, catcher Rafael Sanchez, center fielder Chris Kavanaugh, and left fielder Kiki Hernandez. Kiki Hernandez is batting 458, Chris Kavanaugh 493, Rafael Sanchez 625, John Ray 400, Cuthbert 391, Felipe Chin 685, and Les Prado 280. For the pinch players for Wichita, you have catcher Chad Wallach, left fielder Kyle Rodriguez, second baseman Vaughn Vinson, second baseman Victor Perez, and third baseman Boris Cortez. Boris Cortez batting 200, Victor Perez batting 308, Vaughn Vince, no batting average there. Kyle Rodriguez 277, and Chad Wallach 214. We'll go over the defensive order
Base after a nice line drive. Great
in the second inning for both teams.
So now to the plate, Manny Fernandez.
That's another base hit. We'll have a runner at the corners.
And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
So it should be a good game.
Not a great start for the pitcher.
I normally like to announce it, but I'm announcing some of it right now. So
One of your middle of the order bats is coming to the dish. Man, I don't think this was the start he was imagining warming up in the bullpen.
At the plate now.
should be a good one here.
He swings and sends it on a line to right center. And this is going to get down for extra bases.
There's the first run.
Get one, if not both of them, home.
Boy, when teams are playing well like this team is on a nice little winning streak right here, they strike early in this one to keep the mojo working.
Yeah, Dan, from an offensive standpoint, everyone searches for confidence, and that's exactly what they have right now. Everyone contributing makes for a fun clubhouse.
Into the box, Robert Shin. And he puts it on the
I know,
ground.
yeah, the ground down.
Oh, he does get to it to knock it down.
And it is not in time. He is safe at second, safe at third, and safe at first. Bases loaded. No outs.
That's 4 consecutive knocks. Code red.
And the next up will be Alex Verdugo.
That'll be a base hit. That'll score at least 1 run. Could be 2 runs. And it is 2 runs.
Run will score as well.
3-0.
Wow, I'm shocked he even pulled the trigger on that pitch. He might have been fooled right there, but he was able to keep his hands back and scramble a good pitch for a base hit.
They haven't had any outs, which is surprising.
In now, Dan Hershiser. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And
I'll score a run. Will that score 2 runs? And it will not score 2 runs. 4-0.
Well, this doesn't have the makings of a start he's going to be proud of, does it? He's getting
this could be a short outing for the starter for Wichita.
They're not going to let this go on for much longer.
Into the box now, Theodore Nam.
That probably should be the first out of the inning.
And finally,
and it will be
the first out of the inning.
We're going to look at the starting lineup, so we don't need to look at the starting lineup for both teams.
At the plate, Buddy McGee. He brings a hit streak that currently sits at 6 games entering play.
We'll just go over the defensive order in the second inning. Top and bottom half of the second inning.
First offering on its way. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Scooped up. And it's in
2
time
outs.
to get him.
But we have runs from across. It's 5-0.
That grounder was hard hit, and sometimes the runner at third will have to hold on a ball like that, but he was off on contact, and they opted to take the out at first instead.
Wei-Yin Chen comes on to work.
Well, we haven't been on the first inning yet, but we already got a pitching change. Wei-Yin Chen comes on for Wichita. There's 14 games, 1-1 record is his thing there, plus more East on the screen that can get out. His pitches consist of a 4-seam fastball, slider, changeup, and curveball.
From the stretch. Hit back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. And how about that right out of the bullpen? A ground ball on 1 pitch, and the inning is over. 9 men come to the plate, however. 5 of them score. On now to the bottom of inning number 1.
We'll have the second inning
5-0.
will be 1 through 3 again.
Joel Rivas gets the ball in
Rivas,
game 3 of the series.
Joel Rivas.
What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your
2 starts, 1-0,
but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches
0.7 ERA,
and have command of them,
11.1 innings pitched, 8 hits. Much and much more as far as concerned. He has a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a 2-seam fastball, and a curveball in his repertoire of pitching is.
And the pitch. Guys, you take a look at our visiting club as they enter play here this evening. All you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year. You get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now.
Rocking and rolling and singing.
Hershiser has him played perfectly as he puts it away for round number 1.
Batting second, the center fielder, Anthony Liu.
Into the box, Anthony Liu, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. here's the pitch.
Hopefully everybody's having a good day. I know I am, and enjoying this game between Oklahoma City and Wichita. It's 5-0 lead for Oklahoma City, as they're trying to extend their win streak to 12.
Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's
Again, Oklahoma City has had a shutout.
After falling down 0-2 on the same pitch, don't be shocked if he triples up on it.
But I don't think Oklahoma City has done what we are not going to say because we don't want to jinx it.
Throw gets him, 2 down.
But we'll say it as we get to maybe the 9th inning. At certain point in the 9th inning. So we've had shots.
In there at the knees.
We've had a Oklahoma City sweep team. We've had complete game shutout.
Shading to his right. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. One inning in the books here. Oklahoma's out in front here, 5-0. All set for the start of the inning, and set to go is the second baseman, Greg Castaneda.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get
that'll be the first count. That will be it. Alright, let's take a look at the defensive. For left to right is Pierre Bryan, Anthony Liu, Chuck Rodriguez, then Jonathan Rupper, Boris Whitmore, Don Riggins, and Nicholas Miner. Behind the plate is Tom Mass. He'll be catching him for now. Wayne Chang, he was supposed to be catching for the starter, which he got taken out in the first inning.
Liu is there now, and it's 2 pitches.
So by the time we do it, look at this defense started. Starting pitcher was out of the game.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone.
So that's interesting.
Next, it'll be the ever versatile Chris Taylor. Here's the pitch.
If I went too fast, I'd go punch. I was just trying to get. I was just trying to get it done and out of the way.
For second. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone. But baseball's a game of streaks and runs, and he is
for Chris Taylor
right now. No question, he's swinging the bat very well of late, and when that's the case, you can't wait to get in the batter's box. Definitely the case in this game. That's his second base knock. This one for extra bases.
That's now 2 hits so far for him in this one. Standing in now, Robert Shin, as he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike 1.
Alright, moving it along quickly through this game already in the second inning.
Taylor at second with 2 down.
Top half of the second inning with 2 outs,
hit softly down the line at
2 outs, 1 on, 0-2 count to Wayne, Robert Chin.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Hit on the ground.
That'll be ground down now in the inning.
And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. We're back with more on this Monday night after this.
We'll see how this thing goes for Wichita and Oklahoma City on the defensive end.
Baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
First offering on its way. In there.
Strike one.
0-1's the count.
We'll take a look at the umpires now as I pause it. The umpires are home plate umpire Carl Dixon, first base umpire Summer Skill, second base umpire Freddie Ferguson, and third base umpire Joe McDonald. It is 72 degrees and cloudy.
Hit sharply on the ground. And that's the first out.
Batting fifth, the right fielder,
Here's defense for Oklahoma City. Dan Harris, Chris Taylor, and Alex Rodriguez left to right. In the infield, Robert Chin, Manny Fernandez, Greg Castilla, and Theodore Nam left to right in the infield. Bud McGee catching for Joe Rivas. Sorry, Joe Rivas.
So now to the plate, Chuck Rodriguez.
So we've gone over the lineups and defense order for both teams. So lamps and stuff is done. We will go over the home plate umpires, the weather, and stuff. We'll go over the attendance and such at the end of the game.
Here's the first pitch to him. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Right down Main
Strike
Street.
three, starting him out that end of the inning. We will go 1, 2, 3. Build the win surge. We go 2. The top half of the third inning, it's 5-0 Dodgers.
Top of the third set to get underway, and standing in the outfielder, Alex Verdugo. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that's cut on and missed.
Light swing
Hey, if you're able
at
to
that
blow
one,
first
and
pitch
swing miss.
fastball by a guy, gotta believe that pitch is coming again right here.
He pulls this one into right.
That'll be a base hit to the right field.
So an inning opening single kicks off their half of the third.
Hey Dan, this guy's having a monster series on the road. Were you aware of the home road splits?
I think every player is, and sometimes this is a matter of being either comfortable on the mound or comfortable in a batter's box in some visiting ballparks, and some guys, quite frankly, like it better on the road than they do at home.
Stepping in now, Dan Hershiser.
Oh, bobbles it, but
Only
gets
player
it
pitcher
in time for the out.
moves into second with play.
Meanwhile, the runner moves on to second.
Standing in, Theodore Nam. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here comes the first pitch. Line towards center field. Liu is there, 2 gone.
Now back.
Stepping up now, Buddy McGee. Career numbers against Chen. He's gone 2 for 6. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
And that's a no downer about that one. This one is gone.
Long home run.
7-0. That's Ben McGee's third home run on the year. That's a 411 foot home run.
Hit one yesterday. Usually when he gets hot, he starts
Left field.
And he popped him up.
And that'll be a base hit for Joel Rivas. The pitcher's on. That'll be a pitching mound visit. We'll see if they're gonna have a pitching change, or will he just trying to sell his pitcher down. This guy hoping to get some innings. They're hoping to get some innings out of this guy, since their starting pitcher didn't last too long. Again, I'm controlling Oklahoma City, by the way. Oh my, that's a base hit. Runner at first and second.
Hit of the afternoon. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs. where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May, and he's on fire.
D-Row, he's been locked in from
That'll be a double play. One.
Well, the play's been made.
Oh, wait, no, ground out, not double play.
But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this two-run home
It's a fourth
run.
out of the second,
We
sorry.
play 2.5. Dodgers out in front, 7-0. Now at the plate, Cliff Minor, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
This is the last three batters of the starting lineup before we swap back to the beginning of the order where we saw in the first inning.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
We'll probably see those in the fourth inning. We don't want to see those in the third inning.
And the 0-1. Swing
If you're Oklahoma City, if you're West Point, you do want to see those.
With a punch out, one away.
See, I'm Oklahoma City, Central Oklahoma City, so I'd like to see.
I really like a pitcher that trusts
I
and
think it's
works
right
off his
down
fastball. And right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
To the plate now, Jonathan Roper. As with one away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike one.
Jonathan
He's back in the starting
Roper.
lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game.
We'll go to the uniform combinations in just a
Swing
moment
and a miss
here.
and he's behind in the count now, 0-2. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Hey, that's back-to-back really good sliders. I wouldn't be surprised if he threw another one right here. Looks like he's got that slide ball in his back pocket right now.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back.
Drive three, starting them out. Oklahoma City in their gray jerseys, gray pants, gray ball caps with the blue bill. The Oklahoma State logo on the state Oklahoma logo on the in blue and on the helmets or the ball camps rather with the OKLA. Gray jerseys, blue numbers and letters on the front, blue numbers and letters on the back, gray pants. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma City with blue batting helmets with
the box,
OKC.
As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at a first pitch fastball
on
for
their
strike one.
batting helmets.
Still looking at a 0 in
Dodgers
the hit
written
column.
in blue on the front with the red numbers on the front, blue numbers on the, I think blue numbers on the.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Hard hit to first. Throw in time, and the side is retired.
Yeah, runners in the front, runners in the back.
Here to start the ball game.
Wichita in their white jerseys, Windsurge written on the front.
Dodgers lead this one 7-0. Now at the plate, Chris Taylor.
Oklahoma City Dodgers main logo on their sleeve there with the Oklahoma in gray, Dodgers written in white. Circle patch.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
For Wichita, they're in white jerseys. Their Windsurge written in blue, outlined in red with the light blue wing on the W.
Hey, this certainly wasn't the outing he was looking for.
No numbers on the front of the jerseys. Red and blue stripe on the sleeve. Blue numbers outlined in red on the back. No names on the back of the jerseys. Navy blue ball caps, navy blue bag helmets with
bounce to first. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
the red W with a kind of a horse and a blue wing on the inside the W on the batting helmets and ball caps.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, digging for 2.
White pants for Wichita.
And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
Well, lefty on lefty, this is a tough matchup, but he stays in there, keeps that front shoulder closed, and just rips the pitch for a 2-bagger. Nice job of defying the odds there.
Standing in now, Dan Hershiser, as he rips it on the ground to second. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
And it saves the air by picking up and throwing it to first.
So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. The Dodgers lead it 7-0.
The 1, 2, 3 hitters do have 4 win surge.
Digging in now, Boris Whitmore back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
And now a pitch on the way. Low for ball 1.
Hey, with this big a lead,
As you can take a closer look at their uniform combinations. Their hats, I like their hats and their uniform combination. They have 2 ball caps. 1 for home and 1 for road. 2 jerseys, 1 for home and 1 for road. I've never seen them more.
Throw on to first, and 1 shortstop grounds out to the other.
Wow.
1 away. Digging in for his second at-bat, Anthony Liu comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here comes the first pitch.
Strike 1.
Rock solid
0-1.
performance up to
One
this
out.
part of the ball game right now. One of the keys, 90% of his first
Strike
pitches
2.
have been for strikes.
One more
And
and
when
he
you
strikes
do
out.
that, you really make the hitter swing at the pitch you want them to swing at.
The 0-2 home.
Foul away.
Here's a breaking ball.
Ball
but it
1.
doesn't
That's the
quite
first ball
find the
we've
strike zone.
seen them take.
Well, this is an approach we've seen him use effectively lately. Set up the inside and then get him out with pitches away.
Oh, and a good curveball that time as it's taken for a called strike 3, and there are 2 away.
I'll tell you, he looks really dialed in on the bump right there. He's got a shutout going, and he really seems to have this lineup off balance. Even when he challenges them up in the zone, they don't have an answer for it.
Into the box now, Delman Riggins. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. He popped out in his first trip. Called strike on the outside part of the plate. 0-2. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
Man, that's a good take there on that 0-2 fastball. Just missed. He must have a really good eye at the plate.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over.
As we go to the top half of the 4th inning, it is 7-0 Oklahoma City.
All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And next to bat will be the first baseman, Theodore Nam. Now here's the pitch. This is line to left. And
That'll be a
in for
double.
Base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 games so far. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning.
Some guys just lay back and watch that first pitch go by, no matter what. Work the count.
They really
make
need to
the
put their
pitcher
actual
waste a few
ballparks
pitches,
in the
but when he serves
game
up a fastball this
for minor
on the
league
first
teams.
pitch,
I mean, you have the
it's
major
hard
league,
not to go
major
out.
league team.
That's just what he does. He jumped all over.
You need to actually have the actual minor league stadiums in the game, not these
Stepping
fictional
in now,
ballparks.
Buddy McGee.
That's why I don't like these big ball
Swing at
parks.
that one as this is driven out to deep left center field. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. And he'll pull into second
No outs,
here with
2 on
nobody out.
first, second, and third.
Fire, you have to expect to get burned once in a while. He's about as hot as you can get right now. They continue to pitch to him, and he continues to make them pay. Nice double off the wall here.
We'll be halfway through this ball game by the end of this inning.
At the plate now, Joel Rivas. As he hits
That'll be a
weakly
ground
on
out.
the
That'll be the
ground
first
toward
out of the inning.
first.
But
And he'll
no,
take it
the
to
runner will
bag
come
himself
across.
for the out.
Okay. Runner will hold at third and second.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Greg Castaneda. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, and just another simple single to the outfield would be a big one right here. Don't try and do too much. You know there's a potential.
Oh, and he has some trouble
Oh,
with
he
it.
cannot
And
make the
runner
grab, and
scores
it's
from
safe
third
at
as
first.
they
He gets
extend
a
their
bunt
lead.
single.
It's 8-0.
Well, if anybody was wondering why they're losing, there's the reason. When you're given a chance
That was
to
a
make a
poor
big play,
defensive
you've
move
got
for
to make it, or you're going to be on the
Wichita.
wrong end of games more often than not.
Edgar Lopez.
Edgar Lopez is the new pitcher for Wichita. He's got 19 games on 3 starts, 2 and 3, 2 and 4. Stays opposite 22.2 innings pitched, 6.5 ERA. Strikeouts 19, strikeouts to walks 19 and 7.
Will be the first to greet him here as he'll do so with runners at the corners and
His
only
wish
one
list
out.
consists of a 4-seam fastball, slider, curveball, changeup, and 2-seam fastball.
He's set and the pitch. Well hit the other way.
He used a
and
4-seam
it's into the
fastball,
gap.
and it got burned on that 4-seam fastball. 9-0.
So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
At the plate, Chris Taylor. Belted. Deep center field.
Deep.
But he's not gonna get
That
there,
will
and
be
he's
a
headed
one
for extra
run.
bases again. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. And the runner stuck in a pickle between third base and home. Scrambling back to third, he's in there as a run will score on the play as well. So they pick up 3 runs on 4
That was
base
an
hits.
interesting
One
thing,
error
but
in the inning, and no
well,
one left on base.
that was a little bit my fault.
Coming up. Dodgers out in
As long
front,
as we got big
10
leads,
to nothing.
it's alright.
Ready to
It's
go
alright.
for the last half
It's
of
alright.
the inning. And digging in is the outfielder, Peter O'Brien.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. They want to get things going. How about trying to get some base runners on, or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
I always like watching pitchers that attack with their fastballs until there's a reason to start mixing it up. He hasn't needed many of the secondary pitches so far in this one, and there was another good fastball for a strikeout there.
Rounded softly down the line toward first. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Pitch on the way. Hit pretty well out to deep center field. Back goes Taylor at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Was catch to
Now
save
at the plate,
them from losing the known hitter.
Yeah, he's really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
Hit to short. Scooped up. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retiring. 15 up, 15 down to start the ball game. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. Oklahoma's out in front here, 10-0.
Not judging my All-Star game for Major League Baseball, I did in Play Now mode, a All-Star game, and a Home Run Derby in the Home Run Derby mode, and then with the show 20. So if you've not checked out those 2 things, be sure you go check that out. Those were 2 interesting events there. We was pretty surprised at the ending.
is swung on and driven out to right
Deep.
center field. A
That's
ball that's
gone.
well hit. And it's gone as they add still another.
I think we've
Normally this matchup
upped
is
the
the
level.
last thing you want to see, left on left, but he kept his front shoulder square, stayed in that at bat, and absolutely demolished that baseball.
Trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far.
I'll have to look at the end of this game when we go over our scores and stuff.
Swing and a liner. And that is down, as that could be 2 bases. He's through first and hustling for second. Arms pumping, he's hustling for third. And they've got the runner trapped in a hot box between second and third now. The tag, and they got him as he couldn't get back to second. And now, Dan Hershiser.
But that's
He'll swing
okay.
and lift the ball foul
Yeah,
off
big
to the
lead.
left
He
and
can
out of
afford some
play.
mistakes.
He's working on a 1 for 3.
He didn't give
thus
up any
far.
mistakes, but they force him on their end with the offensive mistakes.
Line down the left field line.
Foul.
But this is foul near the seats. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Hops this one up. Whitmore is there. 2 down.
Now batting.
So digging in now, Theodore Nam. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. Liu is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So it's 1 run on 2 hits, with the big blow being the home run. No errors and no one left. Bottom part of the order, 7, 8, and 9 due up in the home half. Dodgers lead this one 11-0. Bottom of the 6th
11-0
inning now.
Oklahoma City.
Here comes
Well,
the
well,
first
the 6th
baseman,
inning.
Cliff Minor. Here it comes. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a
Hopefully
strike.
everybody's enjoying this broadcast of Oklahoma City Dodgers Baseball on MLB Show 20.
This one's down to third. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
When the guy in the mound is working on a no-no this late, every play is exciting and stressful for the fielders.
Don't
We'll
jinx
see if
it.
they can
Don't
continue
jinx it,
making
man.
the plays behind him.
I don't want you to jinx it, man.
Digging in, Jonathan Roper. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
I don't need to
First pitch
jinx it, man.
coming, here it is.
Don't want that answer to get jinx it.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hard hit ball to second.
And he jinxed it.
That's a base hit, their first of the game.
Yeah, he jinxed it.
Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Nice jinx in
I'll
it,
tell you, that's one of the
announcer.
first good swings we've seen anybody
We had
put on this
a
guy
no-hitter
so far.
up
He's been
until
throwing
that
the ball
point.
really well, but that was one of the few mistakes we've seen him make.
This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. He'll check in here at 277. Still without a home run and 7 driven in. Nam is under it. 2 gone.
Yeah, he jinxed it. We could have had something if the announcer hadn't said something. I think the announcer jinxed it right there.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. This year against right-handed pitching.
In the on our post-game
holding on to a
report,
batting average way
we'll
down
have
in
the
210s.
post-game show look
He'd be
at
the first to tell you
the
he's
scores
not
around
happy
the
with his
post
batting
league,
average this season, but he
updated
can beat you in a
standings,
variety of different ways,
get into
and he
Oklahoma State
has
Dodgers
to,
report,
because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
and Dodgers report.
Behind 0-2
Much
now.
more on our post-game
Two out here,
report on
runner at
our
second.
broadcast here on YouTube.
Rounded down the third baseline. Reined in. So they
We-
do get their first hit, but their first run will have to wait as the inning
We
is over. So
were
another good inning for
hoping-
him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. We're through 6 full. Dodgers
We were
out in
hoping
front,
to have a
11-0.
perfect game, but that went out the window. Shout out, still in the.
Hitters now in a mop-up role as she'll try to keep
I
the
think we
deficit
had
right where
that
it
because of the
is.
jinx. You know, the announcer.
7th inning ready to roll. And now
Announcer
it'll be the
jinxed it.
catcher,
He
Buddy
said something
McGee.
about the no-hitter.
Oklahoma City.
Yeah. Okay.
Got him out on his front foot. It's 0-2. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. To third. Fielded cleanly. And the throw to first.
But when you look at the defensive starter, let me show you something that I think is a little bit weird. When you look at the batting order and look at the bench, you only see one backup catcher. There's two guys over in the bullpen. Who's catching? Is somebody who is not a normal catcher catching?
Coming to the plate now, Joel Rivas. Now the pitch. Hit in the air to shallow center. Long run for the center fielder. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Second base.
At the plate, Greg Castaneda. He reached base on an error and later came around to score last time up.
Think about that. The starting catcher and the main catcher behind the plate.
Foul.
And I'll show you. So we have the catcher, main catcher here, the starting catcher right here, and then you have the see, I don't have anybody warm up in my bullpen. And that is Wichita's. Yeah, that is Wichita's bullpen. So where'd that extra catcher come from? That's something that needs to be explained. We only have two catchers on your roster. One catcher in the game, one catcher for the bench. Well, he would go out to the dugout. He would go to the bullpen to warm up with the bullpen pitchers. Where would the other one come from? That's the question.
Now to the plate, Manny Fernandez. Yes, he'll pick on the first pitch and line one back up the middle, and that's a base hit.
Hey, after back-to-back two-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the harder plate, a crooked number going on the board.
Into the box, Chris Taylor. On a line, that's a base hit into left field. And a good throw will wind up holding that runner at third, so the bases become
where that extra catcher come from? He was not showing on the bench roster.
Back-to-back singles, the bags are loaded,
on the roster,
and he is in deep trouble.
Yes, he is, no doubt about it. Nothing fires you up more than knocking a donut off your back.
Unless he's a catcher that is not appearing on the roster, which is possible.
Within yourself, not try and do too much and get a pitch in your zone.
A dive, but it's off his glove. One run is scored. To third now, but he's safe. As also on the play, a run comes across to score.
So just
I mean,
saying.
that had to feel good right there, Dan. That's his third RBI of the game and extends his team's lead. They might have this one locked up.
Well, I tell you, those are always big, those add-on insurance runs. Big RBI right there for a little bit more breathing room.
Now pitching for the Windsor.
So they'll make a matchup move here and bring on a southpaw to face the left-handed hitter due up. To the plate now, Alex Verdugo. He swings and lines it to left. And a base hit, and that'll get the run
14
in from
nothing.
third.
Man, I haven't seen
How did we have to I wonder if we have to up the level inning. I'll have to look. It was at rookie, so it should be.
Standing in now, Dan Hershiser. He swings and grounds it to short.
And something else.
That is through into center field, a base hit. Oh, but it's offline, so the run will score.
They are putting in some work at the plate in this one, Matt.
I didn't think this team is bad.
Another hit, another nail in the coffin. That's a startling 15 runs in this one, and they're still going.
At the plate, Theodore Nam, but this won't get over the second.
Finally, we ended the inning.
He's got it to end the inning.
We played 6.5 and 17 stretch time in Wichita.
Seventh, get up and stretch. Oklahoma's out in front here, 15 to nothing.
Oklahoma City Dodgers up, 15-0.
Last half of the seventh here, and next it'll be the outfielder, Anthony Liu.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one. Far, throwing first pitch strikes to 90% of the batters. It's hard to get any better than that.
And they will get
He is safe.
in there. A very close play at first.
Not going to be enough to challenge it, but
frustrating from pitcher
because I know they do have challenges in my league.
Nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still one good pitch away from getting it done.
You know, D-Row, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher, and there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
Into the box now, Delman Riggins. Taylor is there. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. So now it'll be the four-hole hitter, Peter O'Brien. He's hitless in his two at-bats so far. First pitch on its way. Ground ball right side. And that's through for his first base hit in this one. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with two runners on board. Let's see if they can continue it.
Standing in, Chuck Rodriguez, and his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with the runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
Behind 0-2
I'm going to get bullpen guy. I'm going to get Prescott warming up, and I'll probably get Ron Lowe, warming up as well.
0-2 count, and the pitch. Fastball, strike three called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away.
Man, they've really had his number so far in this series. That's his fifth strikeout in this series alone.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Right there for strike one.
Hey, this guy's done a better job than expected. He's made some bad pitches in the strike zone, but so far he hasn't gotten hurt by them.
The bouncer to the left side. He's got it. And the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. This one pretty well in the bag. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Dodgers lead it 15-0. Striding in once again, Buddy McGee. He's homered and doubled in 4 trips, so he's definitely been a factor. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Well, if you can throw it for a strike consistently, a first pitch changeup is effective. Hitters are almost never looking for it.
Oh,
that's gone. Adds to the second home run of the game.
And his fine ball game will continue. Give him another home run.
That's his 4th on the year and 2nd today. 438.
So a solo shot
Exit
here
velocity of
field,
110.0 miles per hour.
As they just continue to pour it on here.
I think that team is just naturally just not that good.
In now, Joel Rivas. And he puts it on the ground to second. On to
Finally get it out
good
there.
Back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out. Stepping in, Greg Castaneda. 1 run in and 1 gone so far in this inning. First offering on its way. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Left fielder is on the move. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. Digging in, Manny Fernandez. They'll try to build on an already great game. He's 3 for 5 so far in this one. Starts things here with a changeup for a called strike. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty D, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. So 1 run here on 1 hit, which was the home run. No errors, and no one left on base. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Dodgers lead this one 16-0. Stepping into the box, Cliff Minor. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In there for strike 1, 0-1.
Probably a design take right there. They need base runners, so they're going to make them try to bring the ball in the strike zone.
Clearly off with his timing on that one, a swinging strike.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
Rolled slowly down the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Down the first baseline, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. 0-2 count, and the pitch. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
We'll have one more
delivery to him on the way. Slow roller down the third
inning
baseline.
of batting for Oklahoma City.
And it's quickly 0-2. 1 out, nobody on. Line towards center field. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
That's a big blowout
right there, but 3
for Oklahoma City.
usually turns into
Anyway, so
on the ground is second
one
base.
blowout.
This could be 2. And that's through for a hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Now batting, shortstop, Boris Whitmore.
Stepping in now, Boris Whitmore, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. 1 there. On to first. It's a double play as their woes continue. The inning is over. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this. Russell Ham comes on the pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Russell.
There's a high pop-up. McManus moving to his left, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Now to the plate, Robert Shin. It's been a nice game for him. 3 hits, including a homer to this point. A little roller toward the hole. And there are 2 away now. Into the box now, Alex Verdugo. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire. Well hit. Deep down the right field line. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Pulled toward right center field. Liu is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So they breeze through this half of the inning. 2, 3, and 4 set to kick off the bottom of the 9th. Dodgers out in front, 16-0. Now at the plate, Anthony Liu. He's going to lead things off in their half of the 9th as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out, and over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched by good pitching.
Popped him up. Shin is there, and that won't help the cause. It's a quick out here to start the home 9th.
Second baseman.
Ready for another shot now. Delman Riggins. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. To short. Right to him. In the dirt.
Oh, he gets away from him. It's not an error. It's not an error. I thought that's an error. Is that an error? That's an error.
Man, as we take another look at this in slow motion, you can see that the first baseman makes a great effort to scoop it out of the dirt. Almost had it, but it squirts out of the pocket, and the man's on board with a throwing error.
So it's a runner at first as a result of the throwing error. And that'll bring up the outfielder, Peter O'Brien. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. And he takes strike 2. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Still no balls and 2 strikes.
He got a mistake right there, but missed it. Can't foul that pitch off in a big spot. 0-2 count. Heater caught too much of the zone.
There's one on to first, and he rolls a double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
Yeah,
wow.
And we knew he was in a groove from the first inning, and he just kept this thing rolling and rolling and rolling. They couldn't get anything going against him. A dominant performance with a complete game shutout.
16-0 the final tonight. The Oklahoma City Dodgers jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Joel Rivas takes the win on the mound, his 2nd of the year. Rich Garland couldn't get out of the first in this one as he takes the loss. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa,
Garland
and
is also
Plesac,
one
this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Bud McGee is to play the game with 3 for 5, 10 runs and a double. Rich Garland takes a loss. He falls to 1-2, like I said. Rivers to 2-0. Our attendance was 5,548, 59% capacity. Okay, so no save for the player. That's the records right now for the winner and the loser. Okay, so let's skip through the next day here. And I will mute my TV so that it won't interrupt me. Alright, so for
fans, let's go
to the scores and for
the Phillies racked up 11 hits
the Pacific Coast League, we had not as many games. We only had these games on your screen here. Of the West, we'll go out west. First, it was to Commander 2, the Sacramento River Cats nothing, and then Las Vegas Aces losing. Las Vegas Aces losing to the Reno Aces 13-2. Out there, Isotopes winning it 5-4 over Fresno. San Antonio Missions winning it over the Express 7-3, the final there. And then the Storm Chasers took down, or the Bees. The Iowa Cubs took down the Omaha Storm Chaser 7-3, and the Salt Lake Bees took down El Paso 1-0 there. And that's it for the Pacific Coast League and AAA baseball. For the organization games, Oklahoma City winning at 16-0 again, like we said. The Rough Riders took down the Tulsa Drillers, final score of 6-5, and then the Phillies took down the Dodgers 4-3. Mom? Yeah? Door? Sorry, I had to tell my mom about the door. We always at the door, so that'll do it for my broadcasters until next time. This has been E2R sign off. Until next time, keep on doing everybody.